Hi, welcome to the YGAP video series. My name is Keely and I work for the YMCA of Southwestern Ontario. Here, we break down new research and answer important questions about youth and gambling. At the Youth Gambling Awareness Program, or YGAP for short, our mission is to raise gambling awareness among youth aged 8 to 24 and adults involved in young people's lives. We provide services through a balanced and neutral lens, educating and raising youth gambling awareness across Ontario. This is our second video in our series on gambling and media. Today, my colleague Christy and I are talking about gambling ad techniques and how they have changed to target youth.
Keely, I think this is such an important topic to cover. With the growth and advancement of media, many industries, including the gambling industry, have gained access to more diverse advertising opportunities. They have adapted and created new techniques to specifically target and influence youth.
Absolutely, Christy. And in this video, we're going to cover several of these new advertising techniques, including social media advertising, influencer marketing, and sports partnerships.
So to start, when we talk about social media advertisement, we're referring to relatively broad terms that include any form of advertisement on a social media platform. Each platform has advertisement opportunities, but they vary slightly depending on the platform. So for example, companies can pay to have their advertisement displayed on Instagram stories or on the Instagram main feed.
Yeah, another example is companies can also pay to have 5-second ads shown within a YouTube video or an ad displayed on the sidebar during the entire video. And research shows that on these platforms, ads are often placed based on a specific demographic that the advertiser is looking to target.
And there's actually a term for that. It's called targeted marketing. Targeted advertisement allows companies to advertise their product to a specific demographic, like age, gender, location. This ad is then only broadcasted on social media to consume within that population.
Absolutely. And a really great example of that is when a restaurant might pay to have their ads seen by people who live within that geographic area.
So advertisements can also target people or group based on their previous buying history or internet behavior. There's another technique called behavioral targeting. So this happens to almost everyone. You might have visited a couple of sites looking for new boots, and then you start to see ads for boots when you are scrolling on any other social media site.
And within the gambling industry, companies can use targeted advertising to ensure that they're reaching populations that are the legal age to participate in gambling activities within that region, since this is advertising regulations within Canada.
These same companies use behavioral tracking to promote additional gambling opportunity to consumers based on previous website they visited. So that sounds like something out of a spy movie, but it happens so often when we're online.
It does. For example, if someone uses a free poker site, they might start seeing ads for the pay-to-play poker sites. Or if they're looking at sports league scores online, they might start seeing ads for sports betting platforms. And this happens all across different devices on many social media platforms.
And that's another technique that is used to influence marketing. So it's called influencer marketing. This is a type of social media marketing where individuals with a large online following are paid to promote or endorse products or brands. So influencer marketing, it occurs across all social media platforms, including Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And many of these influencers gain their following through their online content, like making videos.
Absolutely. And influencer marketing is really effective for several reasons. The biggest reason is that there's such an increased exposure and accessibility to influencers because of how consistently social media is used. Viewers report an increased trust for the influencer, which then can lead to increased purchases. They also report influencers being more persuasive in comparison to, say, a celebrity endorser because of that increased trust.
And influencer marketing is often considered as a form of targeting advertisement because influencers generally have a distinct audience and brands may choose to work with the influencer based on that exact audience. So there have been some instances of influencers marketing being used to promote gambling related opportunities, just like mystery boxes.
Absolutely. And for those who don't know, mystery boxes are physical boxes filled with unknown items that can be purchased online. There are specific sites dedicated to selling mystery boxes. However, lots of popular retailers such as Amazon and eBay also sell them online.
So, Keely, I have a question for you. How is that gambling?
Well, based on the Youth Gambling Awareness Program's definition of gambling, which is risking something of value on a chance-based outcome, ordering mystery boxes is considered gambling because the item you are risking is the money spent to purchase the box and you don't know what that box contains. The contents then are out of your control.
So, I'm going to give everyone an example. Jake Paul is a well-known influencer who produces content on various social media platforms with an extremely large base of youth influences. So on YouTube alone, he has 20.4 million subscribers. In December of 2018, Jake Paul posted a YouTube video titled, "I spend $5,000 on mystery boxes and won't believe what I got. Insane." He shows how viewers can order a mystery box from Mystery Brand Net, and when the package arrives, he does an unboxing and shows what he received in his mystery box, which includes multiple pairs of high-end shoes, an Apple Watch, and an iPhone. As per online requirements, Jake Paul does enclose that this video is an advertisement, meaning that the company Mystery Brand Net paid him to discuss the mystery box in his video. But it is worth questioning whether all customers who purchase a mystery box from this company will receive items of such high value, or if Jake Paul received these because he was being paid to advertise. This mystery box video had over 3 million views on YouTube as of March 27th, 2020.
And Christy, didn't he get heavily criticized for promoting a gambling-like activity to his audience, which is primarily youth?
Yes, even by other online influencers. Jake Paul's video is an example of how influencer marketing was used to promote gambling opportunities to youth, right? Sports partnerships are another advertisement opportunity that has continued to grow in popularity. Major sports leagues and teams have established partnerships with major gambling companies. So each partnership varies depending on the parties involved, but often the partnerships allow for the promotional opportunities, including logos on their jerseys, posts on their team social media pages, signage with the stadium, and celebrity endorsement.
And the benefits are often mutual and go both ways. So both the major sports league and the gambling companies benefit from the promotion by the other. For example, the NBA, or the National Basketball Association, partnered with MGM, an American media company with several resorts which have casinos around the world, including Las Vegas. They also created BetMGM, a new online sports betting platform which includes daily fantasy sports. MGM and the NBA's agreement made Vegas-based MGM resorts and casinos the official gaming partner of the NBA and the WNBA. This was very groundbreaking and important because, in part, it blurs the lines between sports betting and sports leagues.
And several sports leagues have partnered with MGM, like the NHL, where teams will tweet the over or under statistics regarding particular players on their team. So the over-under is a set of odds created by the odds maker, where you bet on whether the total score or statistics of such points scored for an individual player will add up to be more or less than what was predicted in the set of odds. So for example, in a football, if the total score of the game was predicted to be 45, if you thought it was going to be less or more scored, you would go bet under, right? If you think it will be more, then you bet over.
Yeah, and lastly, companies like MGM utilize official NHL branding on land-based, like casinos and digital sports betting offerings within the U.S., and leverages promotional opportunities within the NHL's marquee events, like the Stanley Cup playoffs and the Winter Classic.
Thanks. So some researchers believe that partnerships between sports leagues and gambling organizations normalize gambling and make gambling an integral component to watching the sport.
They argue that a symbiotic relationship is created between the sport and the act of betting, which capitalizes on the fans' loyalty and excitement. The sports league's revenue goes up the more people are betting, and bettors are excited and want to then bet more on the sport.
Exactly. And additional research has actually conducted to explore the impact of gambling advertisements during sports events. So in Australia, researchers found that 3 out of the 4 children between the ages of 8 and 16 who watch sports can name at least one betting company, and 1 in 4 children can name 4 or more betting companies.
This research concluded that sports partnerships increased youth's exposure and therefore awareness of sports wagering and betting. This helps to normalize and promote the idea that sports betting can make watching sports more fun, which then influences wagering consumptions and intentions in youth.
That's why it is so important to think about harm reduction strategies or ways that youth can be safer when interacting with media and sports betting.
We suggest discussing with youth how to watch sports betting ads and all ads with a critical eye. Question what they're being shown and why. Also, ad blockers can be installed. Set and stick to screen time limits, and encourage youth to engage in other offline activities that they enjoy.
Other ways that we can support youth is to reinforce that gambling and sports betting are not reliable ways to make money, right? You can choose to bet on sports just for fun and not wager any money. Those are good strategies for youth and adults alike.
So we are almost at the end, and we like to finish our videos with sharing information on where you can get free and confidential support in your community. If you ever want more information or feel like you need to talk to somebody about gambling, contact Connex Ontario, CONNEXON, either online or at 1-866-531-2600.
Thank you, and we hope that you join us on our next video, our 3rd video in the series. Our host will talk about how gambling opportunities have changed as much as media has advanced. So thanks again, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.